Hi everybody, I'm Trin Johnson and welcome to Dust in My Eye. So it's that time again where I'm going to paint the next month's calendar. And this time it's July. And if you've been with me, you know I have made a winter, spring, summer, and fall palette. And I am painting these Light Wish calendars with the corresponding palette. So we're moving on to summer today. And I decided that Queen Anne's lace would be an appropriate July painting. I love Queen Anne's lace. I know it's a weed, but I just think it's so pretty. So the colors I have in my summer palette are Azo Yellow, Buff Titanium, Alizarin Crimson, Opera Pink, Cobalt Blue, Cobalt Turquoise, Chromium Green Oxide, and Payne's Gray. So I have loosely sketched in where my Queen Anne's lace are going to be, and I am going to just do a really loose green background. So I'm going to start by just putting some water down. Just going to add a little water to all my colors. A little more water than I really wanted. Now this is the Chromium Green Oxide. This is kind of going to be my medium green. And then I want to add some yellow to it to make my bright green. And I would like to add some Payne's Gray to it to get a darker green. I really just want to be able to see where my stems are loosely. That's what matters right now to me as far as my drawing. Okay, we are going to let that dry. I'm going to just blot that up a little bit. It's quite a bit of water in the corner. What I'm trying to do is get some contrast where the flowers are going to be, because you'll see them better. See, I'm rethinking this a little bit. If there's some dark behind them. If they are, if there's no contrast, you won't see them as well. And I'm planning on using Dr. P.H. Martin's Bleed Proof White for my Queen Anne's Lace buds. All right, now I'm going to let it. Oh, wait, one more thing I want to do. I'll do some water splatters. It might be a little too wet to get much of an effect from that. All right, and now I'm going to let it dry. I really am. Okay, so as this dried, it started to come up on the corners, so I decided to just put some tape down on the edges there so I can work on it flat. And now I am going to use my dark paint. So I'm going to add the Payne's Gray to the green I think I'm going to get this green off of that palette. Add a little blue to it too, I think. Cobalt. And I'm going to work on my stems. Okay. I'm going to add a little green, a little more blue. Do my leaves. Okay. I will come back in with some more green. But right now, I'm going to move on to my Dr. P.H. Martin's Bleed Proof White. The white, I think I'm just going to put it in the lid. Now this one, I'm trying to get a little more detailed, a little more the correct anatomy of the buds, how they work. They're all in these little round clusters. Kind of smooched together. This guy has a little bit of pink. Sometimes there's a little purple center, so we might do that on one of them. But right now, I'm going to get the white. out of the lid because it now has pink in it. Okay, let's add some yellow to our green. See if we can make this show up. Okay, I like that better. Get the pink off of here. And let's mix up some medium to dark green. That's pretty good. And I just want to come in between the white spots a little bit. See how that makes that pop? Let's see. This one's dry. I don't really want to do it while they're still wet. This one was a lot of green buds still in my reference photo. A little bit over here, a little bit more. Need more cowbell. Oops. Okay, now I just got this guy left, but he's still pretty wet, so I'm going to hit it with my heat gun, my little heat tool from Ranger. I think that's pretty good. I tried a version of this earlier using masking. I used masking powder, but either way, the result would still be masked off if I used masking fluid. And I didn't like the color of the little flowers here. They were the color of the paper, and it was a little bit too creamy for me. I wanted them a little whiter. Thought it was more what I had envisioned. And it makes it easier too. So I thought, well, why should I fuss and make it harder on myself when I don't even really like the results? I appreciate the Dr. P.H. Martin's better. So that's that. Let's see. I'm going to add a little yellow to that. Just to get a little variety on my leaves. Okay, one last thing. Well, let me think. Let's see what kind of purple I can get. do a purple center, and the only one that is facing us that way. Don't know that I care for that. I think I liked it better white. So we're just going to put some white on it. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it would balance the pink over here, but it really didn't do it for me. I would like, I'm going to do it. I'd like it a little brighter. Okay, the last thing I want to do, and I'm going to use this lid again, is I want to get a feeling of all the flowers behind it. So I'm going to take my little splatter sheet. Do some splattering. I don't want it on the words. So it kind of feels like there's a bunch more in the background. So I think that's it. That one was pretty easy. Sign my name, sign my name, sign my name. And let's untape her. That one was pretty easy and pretty quick. Here, let me scooch it over and zoom in. And it says July to me. It says summer. Like I said, I really do love Queen Anne's lace. So I hope you got something out of this. I hope you enjoyed watching. And if you could hit that like, that would be wonderful. And if you would like to, please check out my Etsy shop, where I have prints of my artwork along with cute little monsters and other fun stuff for sale.